I witnessed entitled mom getting destroyed. I saw this today and I can't stop laughing. I was traveling in my city metro. It wasn't that much crowded at the time, but all the seats were occupied. Still, you could freely stand without being humped by a stranger. There was this kid sitting in the reserved seats, the ones for people with handicaps, pregnant women or old people. Definitely not for moms of 2-year-olds. He was probably 14 or 15, I don't know. He is the hero of the story here. At one stop, our entitled mom comes in. She has this cute little child who was trying to keep up with his mom's pace. Entitled mom instantly sees our hero sitting at the reserved seat and just stares at him. I guess this was her way to make people automatically give away their seats or something. The kid didn't move though. This probably irked entitled mom a lot, I guess, cause she moved towards kid with heavy steps. She comes near him, stops and again does the stare. The kid doesn't budge. Then she starts screaming. If she didn't have the whole compartment's attention earlier, she had it now. She starts berating the kid for sitting in a reserved seat and not giving it to someone more deserving, like a mother like herself with a young kid. I don't know what her logic was. The seats aren't reserved for them anyways. She just keeps shouting and screaming and tries to get others' opinions on it. And for a while people were on her side. Then the kid, out of nowhere, rolls right side of his jeans up and detaches the artificial leg and keeps it in front of the entitled mom. The look on her face was priceless. It looked like she was mortified and embarrassed at the same time. She just backed away silently and just got off on the next stop. I don't think that was her stop. I am the CEO. Bear with me here, people. I am on mobile. About a year ago, I was running a small video game tournament in the small company I owned, and waitlist had a full list of 16 people, and it was fine until one person ruined it for all. So we were starting up the games when a dad ran into the store with his son. Entitled parent. We're here for the tournament. Oh sorry, but the list is full. Well, make some room. I can't do that. Listen, I can get you fired with the push of a button. How? I have been friends with the CEO of this company for a long time. Then call him. I watch him make a fake phone call, then hang up. He says you're fired. That's funny considering I am CEO. Entitled parent's look of shock still makes me laugh to this day. Nice. Entitled mom yells at me for wearing a tank top on a school trip because her son shouldn't see that. First, most of the girls were wearing it because it's 100 degrees, and second, I'm a teacher. The players are original poster, me, entitled mom, Mrs. T, my teacher, and Mrs. A, another teacher. I've been student teaching this spring in the 6th grade class. It's been a stressful semester, but a good one. Since day one, I have been treated 100% like a colleague and equal to my teacher and her grade level partners. I'm very baby-faced and don't always look like I'm in my 20s. But I know these kids very well. I subbed for them a lot last year and in this past fall, so they already have respect for me and we have a decent relationship. This week we are on a camping trip with 4 total classes. I finished student teaching, but my teacher invited me on as a teacher to get the experience. We mostly hang in the medical lodge and made sure kids take their meds each day. Easy gig after months of teaching. The kids are happy to see me. Anyways, we arrived at camp. I rode on the bus with my teacher. 2 of the other teachers drove their cars with students' luggage, and so did some parents. I got off the bus and started to head down to the lodge with the other teachers for our meeting with the camp director and the counselor. I stopped off to fill my water bottle before heading down. As I finished up, a mom came up to me. I smiled and was about to greet her. "You can't wear that." "Excuse me?" "Young lady, this is so inappropriate for a school setting. You are going to distract my son and all the other boys. I'm going to have to ask you to change as soon as we get to our cabins." For reference, I was wearing jeans, a black undershirt, and a tank top with thick straps that covered my bra. You literally only saw my black undershirt that kept my bra from being seen through my shirt. Oh, and it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I let out a small chuckle. I thought it was a silly mix-up we could get laugh about later. Nope, that set her off. "Don't you dare laugh. I'm serious. Who is your teacher? You are so disrespectful. No wonder you're dressed like that. Trying to get the boys' attention, I bet." I put on my best polite teacher dealing with parents smile. "Whose parent are you?" She told me. Her kid was a troublemaker from another class. Mrs. Entitled Mom, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I am not a student, I am a teacher. And the camp's dress code allows my students to wear a tank top, so do not ask them to change. Now you're lying to me? Where is your teacher? I'm getting you sent home. One of my teacher's partners, Mrs. A, overheard the yelling and came over, also in a tank top. Is there something you need, Mrs. Original Poster? I shook my head. No, I was just introducing myself to Mrs. Entitled Ma'am. She didn't know Mrs. T had a student teacher this year. Mrs. A nodded earnestly. Mrs. OP has been such an asset to all of us this semester. Your son actually got a few sincere lessons from her this year. She's going to be a great teacher. Entitled Mom was absolutely red in the face. Later that afternoon, we brought all the parents down to our air-conditioned luggage to talk them through the week ahead. Mrs. T, who is kinda our grades team captain, introduced me to the parents. Everyone except Entitled Mom was happy to meet me, and a few even said that their kids loved having me as one of their teachers. The best part of the week so far was when her son ran up to me at dinner and asked in front of his mom, Mrs. OP, can you teach 7th grade next year so you can be one of my teachers? I'm gonna miss you. Entitled Mom tells my husband not to order for me or for me to use sign language. What? Here's a little history of me, so this makes more sense. I'm nonverbal due to an injury and communicate exclusively via writing and sign language, unless I want to feel like I'm pouring half-molten nails down my throat. The age, dear husband. EM, Entitled Mother. PK, poor kid. I love eating at restaurants. Denny's, Applebee's, little family-owned Mexican and Chinese places, etc. With that means I gotta get my food, which my husband typically orders for me, to avoid me playing a game of charades with the waiter-waitress. We were eating out and apparently this was wrong. So we were getting our food and this little kid near us, maybe 8 or 9, was watching us since the restaurant was fairly empty. Right after the server leaves, the kid can audibly be heard speaking with his mother. A woman probably in her mid or late 40s. Mommy, what about her? Entitled Mom. Entitled Mom wasn't paying attention, I assume. What was that, kid? He ordered for both of them. He what? The girl didn't talk to him. That's not right. Let's go and see if there is a reason, kid. At this point, she takes a few steps over towards us. Kid in tow. Hi, you two. Hello. Who is this? She motions towards me. Your girlfriend? Close enough. Do you need something? Do you do that often? Do what often? Order for her. All the time. Could you please stop that? I'd rather not. I'm asking nicely. Can she not talk? Basic. Entitled Mom cuts him off. Just don't do it again. I don't want my kid to grow up to be some barbarian. No, feel free to leave us alone. She leaves with a huff and that seemed to be it for the night at first. As we got our food, we started talking. Singing, both clearly a little confused about what this strange woman's issue was. Now when I'm saying crazy in sign language, I use the ever-known finger pointing to head crazy, which I happened to start using right as she reapproached us. What are you two doing? Please go away, ma'am. I'm not going to let you teach my kid gang signs, so stop it. We're not teaching anything. It's sign. I don't care what it is, stop it. Just talk like a normal people. She physically put air quotes on the word talk, classy. She soon walked away. And we continued our conversation with her angrily staring at us and trying to shield her kid from the terrific gang signs up until they left. On behalf of all people who don't talk, I'd like to apologize for encouraging gang culture. I just recently had a new family move into my neighborhood. The neighborhood is relatively small and close-knit, the kind of neighborhood where everyone knows each other and we generally all get along well. We have big block parties and shoot off some fireworks together on holidays. The new family is a middle-aged couple with their 4 children. The kids' age range from around 14 to 2. This incident is just the first of several problems that I have had with this family since they moved in. EM, crazy mother. K1, one of the kids, around 14 years old. Me, the one and only me. I was hanging out in the living room, just relaxing and watching TV. From the couch, I have a clear view into my backyard. That's when I notice the retractable cover of my swimming pool begin to roll up. I was home alone, and no one else had access to my backyard. For insurance reasons, I have a lock on my back gates because of the pool. The gate always remains locked, as we would be liable if anything was to happen in the yard. I rush outside and see what was going on. That's when I see entitled mother standing next to my pool with her 4 children. They are dressed in their swimsuits and entitled mom is rolling up the cover of my pool. Me, excuse me, what do you think you're doing in my backyard? Entitled mom, my kids have been well behaved today and they want to go for a swim. I saw that you have a pool, so we are going for a dip. Me, this is not public pool, entitled mom, and you are on my private property. I need you to get out of my backyard now. I never told you that you are allowed to come to my property without permission. Entitled mom, who the hell do you think you are? It is a very hot day and my kids want to go for a swim, and they will. Me, not in my private pool, they will not. How did you even get in my yard anyway? The gate is locked. Screw off. In my old neighborhood we did this all the time. My kids are going for a swim and you will not even know we are here. You are just being selfish and I will not allow my babies to suffer because of your bad mood. Me, now angry. I will not ask again, entitled mom. You either get the hell off my property or I will call the police. You are not using my pool and that is final. Entitled mom finally gets cover off. Okay kids, jump in. Don't listen to this stupid fool. Kid 1. Yeah, you stupid fool. We are going to swim now and you can't stop us. That's it, I'm calling the police. Entitled mom now sees that I'm serious and tries to reason with me. You would really not allow 4 kids to go for a swim on the hot day? What kind of heartless person are you? Just let us go swimming for an hour and we will leave. Don't you want to be a good neighbor to us? No, I do not. You just broke into my backyard without permission. Please get off my property now. Entitled mom starts to mumble something to her kids and starts to walk out of my yard. I then turn around and see her 2 oldest boys still standing in the pool. I started to walk over to tell them to go with entitled mom, and that's when I see what they are doing. Her 2 oldest hell spawns are peeing in my pool, into my pool. Maybe this will teach you to be a better neighbor, you stupid fool. I grab the arms of 2 oldest and push them out of gate. Get the hell out of my property, you disgusting little crabs, entitled mom. Don't you dare lay a hand on my babies or I will call the police on you. Who do you think they will believe? A good mommy or a pathetic little fool like you? You just got what you deserve. Enjoy swimming in your piss pool. Then they all walk off laughing as they went back to their house. I was in complete shock and I didn't know what to do. I now wish I called the police after the first incident, but sadly I did not and things have since escalated with this family. Remember how I said that I had a lock on the gate? I later found it broken on the ground. I have no idea what they used to smash it, but they were successful. I have since purchased a much more heavy duty lock. Leave your feedback in the comments, say why you liked or disliked the video, and I'll try to improve on that. Also here we have some more Reddit stories to watch. Until the next time, stay awesome.